Good afternoon, students. So in previous session we have completed exercise 12.3. Now we will see using algebraic expressions, formulas and rules. So we have seen earlier also formula and rules in mathematics can be written in a conscious and general form using algebraic expressions. We see below several examples. We know that we have already discussed about the perimeter formulas. We find the perimeter of square, perimeter of rectangle and perimeter of triangle. So in that we are using some unknown variables. So the perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 3 multiplied by the length of its sides. We don't know the measurement of this. So if we denote the length of the side of the equilateral triangle by L, then what is the perimeter of equilateral triangle? That is 3L. So here L is what? L is your variable because we don't know the value of L. So whenever you try to solve the questions, in that you have given the value of L, that is the measurement of its side. So this formula suggests that L can be the value according to your question. That's why L is a variable. Then we have similarly the perimeter of a square is equal to 4L, where L is the length of the side of the square, and perimeter of a regular pentagon is 5L, where L is the length of the given regular pentagon, and so on. So here everywhere we are denoting L as a length of the given closed figure. So it changes its value according to the question. So we can say that yes, L is your variable because it can vary according to the question. Next we have the area formulas, that is if we denote the length of a square by L, then the area of the square is L square. And if we denote the length of a rectangle by L and its breadth by B, then the area of the rectangle is L into B, that is LB. Similarly, if B stands for the base and H stands for the height of a triangle, then the area of the triangle is 1/2 B into H, that is BH upon 2. So once the formula, that is the algebraic expression for a given quantity, is known, the value of the quantity can be compound as required. For example, for a square of length 3 cm, the perimeter is obtained by putting the value of L is equal to 3 cm in the expressions of the perimeter of square, that is 4L. So we replace L by 3, so 4 into 3 is equal to 12 cm. So this we have seen in the exercise 12.3. If you replace the value of variable by a numerical value, you will get the answer of the algebraic expression. Suppose we want to find the area, then what is the area of the given square? L square. L is your variable, substitute the value of L, that is 3. So 3 square centimeter square, that is 9 centimeter square. So this way we can already using the variables in the various kind of formula like perimeter of square, perimeter of rectangle, perimeter of equilateral triangle, area of square, area of rectangle, that we are already using the variables. But the concept is not clear that time. So now it is clear that L, that is length, B for breadth, they are nothing but they are variables. Its value changes according to the question. Now we see rules for the number patterns. Study the following statements. If a natural number is denoted by n, its successor is n plus 1. If a natural number is denoted by small n, so its successor means plus 1. You have to keep on adding plus 1. Suppose your number is 1, so what is the successor of 1? 1 plus 1, that is 2. If your number n is equal to 3, then what is the successor? N plus 1, that is 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Suppose you have n is equal to 10, so what is its successor? N plus 1 means 11, which is known. If a natural number is denoted by n, 2n is an even number and 2n plus 1 is an odd number. Suppose if you write n is equal to 1, so 2n is what? 2. So 2 is even number. Suppose n is equal to 5, 5 2s are 10, so 10 is even number. If you keep 2n plus 1, n is equal to 1, so 2 plus 1 is 3, so 3 is odd number. So this way we can form a rules to find the even number or odd number. Next let's see some pattern. Suppose you are forming a shape of squares with the help of, you can say, matchsticks or any other things. So how many mastics required to form 1 square, that is 4, 2 square, that is 7, 3 square, that is 10, and 4 square, that is 13. If you keep on finding the difference, 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus 3 is 13. So if you remove 1 from each, so this is nothing but the table of 3. So this is 3, 6, 9, 12. If you remove 1 from each, then you are getting the table of 3. So if you denote the table of 3, what you will write? 3 multiplied by n, where n is equal to any value from 1 to 3, 4, 5 up to so on. But if you keep n is equal to 1, you are getting only 3. Here we want 4. So what we have to do? 3n plus 1. This is our general formula. So let's see, discuss. So you may verify this by taking n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Because now our general expression is what? 3n plus 1. Okay, how you can count this? As you see, for one shape you need 4 segments, for 2 shapes 7, for 3 shapes 10, and so on. If n is the number of shapes, then the number of segments required to make n shapes is given by 3n plus n. Okay, if you remove 1 from each one, that is the nothing but the table of 3. So 3n should be there. But for making fun shape, we require 4 segments. So if in 3n, if you keep n is equal to 1, so you are getting the answer 3. So 3n plus 1 is your general rule to find how many matchsticks required. Okay. Next we have a figure, that is open figure, in which you require 3 segment for 1 figure, 5 segment for 2 figure, 7 segment for 3 figure, and 9 segment for 4 figure. Now if you observe the 3, 5, 7, 9, what is the difference? 2, 2, 2. The difference between 3 and 5 is 2. 5 and 7 is 2, and 7 is 9 is 2. So what we can consider, if you remove 1 from each, it gives you the table of 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. If you remove 1 from all, it gives you the table of 2. So when you form a formula, that time you have to add plus 1. That is 2n plus 1. This you have to keep in mind. What you remove, that you have to add when you form the general formula. So this is all about how you can make a pattern, and from this pattern how you can generate the general formula. So this is all about pattern. Now some more number patterns are given. Suppose 3, 6, 9, 12. So what is this? It is nothing but the table of 3. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12. So when you form a general formula, that is 3n, table of 3 multiply by n. N can be any value, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. If you keep n is equal to 100, your answer is 300. If you keep n is equal to 50, your answer is 150. Okay. Pattern in geometry. What is the number of diagonals we can draw from one vertex of a quadrilateral? Check it. Okay, suppose if you have 4 line segments, so from one vertex of a hexagon it is 3. From the number of diagonals we can draw from one vertex of a polygon of n side is n minus 3. Why? Because if this is your vertex, you can draw only one line segment from this one vertex. If you are taking the regular pentagon, then you have 5 line segments, so you can draw 2 diagonals. Suppose you have 6 line segments, you can draw 3 line segments. So now you have to think like this: 4 line segment, 1 diagonals; 5 line segments, 2 diagonals; 6 line segment, 3 diagonals. If you increase the number of line segments, same way the diagonals also increase. So what we can say? The number of diagonals we can draw from one vertex of a polygon of n side is n minus 3. Check it for a heptagon, 7 sides. So 7 minus 3 is what? 4. An octagon, 8 minus 3 is what? 5. Okay, so by drawing figures, what is the number of triangles? 3 sides. In triangles, we cannot get any diagonals, because if you keep n is equal to 3, what you are getting? 3 minus 3, 0. So this way we can form the general formula for how many number of diagonals are there. Now see exercise 12.4. We are given one. Observe the pattern of digits made from line segments of equal length. You will find such segments digits on the display of electronic watches or calculator. This is 6, 1 6, 6 line segment, 2 6, 11 line segments, 3 6, 16 line segments. So what is the difference? 5, 11 and 16, 5 difference, 16 and 21, 5 difference. So if you remove 1 from each one, you are getting the table of 5. If you are removing 1, that you have to add in the formula, that is 5n plus 1. Second, if you want to draw 4, you require 4 segments. For 2 4, 7 segment. For 3 4, 10 segments. So what is the difference? 3 3 3. When you remove from each 1 from each, what you are getting? The table of 3. You are removing 1, that you have to add in the formula, that is 3n plus 1. Same way you have 8. If you want to form 8, you require 7 line segments. For 2 8, you require 12 segments. For 3 8, you require 17 segments. Now what is the difference? 5. 12 17, 5 is the difference. 17 22, 5 is the difference. Now here, if you remove 2 from each one, you are getting the table of 5. 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15. If you remove 2 segments from each numbers, you are getting the table of 5. So that 2 we have to add in the general formula. So what is the formula? 5n plus 2. So this way we can write the general formula for each pattern. So this is all about your exercise 12.4 first question. Thank you.